partnership with the Interfaith Alliance. Hey, Rev. Julie, from Unitarian Church in Birmingham. On the 25th, they will make a stop here, and by they I mean the teenagers of the community. Rev. Julie said about 30 teenagers have already signed up, probably 30 plus, to be a part of the youth tour where they visit various spiritual centers all throughout the city, just to encourage the next generation of spiritual seekers, to show them the commonalities of the faith, that it's about love and inclusivity and growth and community, all of those core values that they're going to need as they are launching out into the world. Our stop, I'll have more information in the next coming weeks as far as the time that they'll probably arrive. But when they do arrive, we're looking for a couple of volunteers just to kind of stick around and encourage them, to show them that this is a safe space, and if they have questions, to kind of talk with them. But when they pull up, they're going to pull up deep, so teenagers. So be ready. But that is all the announcements we have in terms of regular admin stuff. So without further ado, I will read this morning's daily word. Today's daily word is guidance. And the quote is, "I follow divine guidance with faith and confidence." Just to read a bit of the blurb. Created in the image and likeness of God, I have creative power to bring my ideas to life. I choose which thoughts to nurture and grow, and where and how to invest my time and energy. And that is definitely a word for 2026. And with that, I invite you to find your place of power as we turn within for a focused prayer. In this sacred space, we give thanks for the activity of intelligence that we refer to as God, the presence of divine love that binds us together, heart to heart, mind to mind. We open our minds and our hearts so that we can unify together as one. And we speak blessings on all those that are here and those that are tuning in online. We allow divine order to be the name of this service, to unite us heart to heart, mind to mind, and then to speak to each and every one of us so that we may hear the thing that we need to hear for 2026. For those that are on the way here, we speak blessing unto them. We send blessings and wins and much success to our Monday through Saturday, affirming that all is good and working for our good. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
There's been a change in me, a kind of moving on. Though what I used to be, I still depend upon. For now I realize that good can come from bad. That may not make me wise, but oh, it makes me glad. And I never thought I'd be behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. For now I love the world I see. No change of heart, a change in me. For in my dark despair, I slowly understood my perfect world out there had disappeared for good. But in its place I feel a truer life begin. And it's so good and real, it must come from within. And I never thought I'd be behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind when where and who I want to be. No change of heart, a change in me. No change of heart, a change in me.
I love when he does the little tingy tingy tingy. It's just like it flutters like butterflies in my inside. It's so awesome. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope that your week has been blessed and you've been able to find and capture moments of peace. And if not, it's okay. We still have the rest of today and tomorrow. And the rest of our week and the rest of our lives. Let's not end it tomorrow. I know that right now we're all probably very just tense because it's just a crazy time in the world right now. So I really wanted us to focus on, we heal our neighbors by healing ourselves, okay? So when you think about what we allow for others, we also allow for ourselves. Everything that we allow to happen next to us, it finds its way back to our house and vice versa. So I thought it would be great for this meditation to focus on internal healing and extending that good, beautiful grace to all of those who come in contact with you beyond these walls and that you'll never see, that the spirit moves, okay? So I invite you all to please get very comfortable in your seats. Allow the base of your body to sit firmly in your chair. Uncross your legs, uncross your hands, loosen up your fingers, wiggle your toes if you want. And let's get very, very, very comfortable. Thank you. As you get comfortable with each breath in, I want you to imagine that you're getting lighter. So every exhale releases some of that weight off of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a few just very deep breaths, and then we're going to hold it on our bellies for a count of 2. And then we're going to release for a count of 2. All right, here we go. Deep breath. One more. Hold it. And release. Feel yourself getting lighter. One more. Hold it. And release. So for this meditation, with the next few breaths, I want you to focus on your inhale and inviting in good energy. And as we're doing so, we're going to do a scan and invite that good energy from our crowns at the top of our head into each cell. With each exhale, we are releasing everything that does not serve us. Let's bring it in. Breathe in love. Release everything that you want to let go and also send to your neighbors. Let's breathe in peace. Exhale that love that you'd like to extend to those who need it. And for the next 2 minutes, we will continue to focus on breath. Should thoughts come into your mind that interrupt you, it's okay. The mind is like a monkey. We gently push those thoughts to the side and redirect our attention back to the breath. So remember, with each inhale, we invite light and love and peace. And we release that which we no longer want to hold and that which we wish to share. As you're pulling that energy through your crown, note that it is starting at the top of your head and filling that space with light and love. Next, inhale, I want you to bring that breath down through your throat chakra and gently into your chest. I want you to fill it with light, fill it with healing, fill it with love. And then release. With that next inhale, we're moving further down. I want you to focus on your spine, bringing good healing energy to that. You're pulling it directly from the Creator as it comes in through your crown, and fill it with light. Fill it with healing energy of love. And exhale. Let's focus on that area a little longer. Next inhale, let's bring it into our gut. They say your gut is your second brain. Let's bring good, healing light. Let's breathe in divine intelligence, that it fills each cell with everything that it needs. And release everything it doesn't. Now let's focus on our hips, our hip bones, that we may breathe light and love and healing good energy. That you feel stronger, that you hold yourself up with so much more confidence. Release everything that you no longer want to stay there. The next inhale, we're going to pull that light from our crown all the way through our extremities to the fingertips and tippy toes. And when you exhale, feel that energy pull from each end of your extremity back up through your crown. And I want us to do this a few times, a few inhales, pulling it through our crown, down all the way through our extremities. And then with each release, visualize that energy pulling back and releasing. Let's do 4 breaths, pulling it in and releasing. Remember to hold it for a couple seconds after that inhale to really let it sink in. If you notice any areas that feel tight, breathe into those a little bit more. That is your vessel's way of getting your attention. Send love there. Send light there. For your next few exhales, as we are light and godly and one with the universe, as the godly being you are, with each exhale, I want you to think about what you think your neighbor needs, what you need, what the world needs. And I want you to push it out beyond you with each exhale. I want you to push it out to the person next to you. Then that next exhale, push it out beyond these walls. Push it out as far as it will go to the ends and depths of this planet and finds its way back to you. Let's send every good thing that exists to every human and sentient being that needs it. I want you to say to yourselves with me these last couple of affirmations. With your next inhale, as an effort to heal ourselves and be the change that we seek, affirm with that next inhale, I am love. I am peace. I am kindness. I am a vessel of goodwill. I am a divine creator. We're going to take one last big breath. Bring it all the way down into your belly. And let out a collective release is good. Come back to the room. Let's wiggle our hands and our feet. Let's turn your head from one side and roll it to the other. I invite you to open your eyes if you haven't. Thank you for sharing this meditation with me. It is always a pleasure to be in communion with you all. Namaste. I say peace.
In that same spirit, not to break the energy, if you will, allow your mind and body to rest. Meditations are powerful because outside of all of the spiritual language, they allow your nervous system to rest. Our nervous system gets wired based on our current and past experiences. So believe it or not, when you are expecting the good, looking for the good, if your nervous system is conditioned for all of the stuff that I call the gunk, it's almost like you're fighting this inner war within yourself. So the first step, according to the meditator, is to allow yourself to get relaxed. My old therapist friend and fellow teacher, mentor, J. Eric Gentry, used to say, you can't hold anger in a wet noodle body. So if your body relaxes, it becomes almost like a wet noodle. It's hard to hold anger and all of those other emotions. To reiterate Dr. Tama Bryant, joy is a revolutionary act. So it takes almost a willingness to cultivate joy, find it, and then hang on to it. Because if you look outward sometimes, there are always indicators as to why you should be everything but joyful, everything but happy. You should be mad, glad, disappointed, all those other things. But joy is this consistency where you hang on to what Charles Fillmore calls your inner knowing. You grab a hold to it. You know the truth of life. You know that in spite of I'll call them individuals who are asleep to love and inclusivity and openness and toleration and mutual understanding and all of those grown-up qualities. We call them spiritual qualities, but they're really grown-up qualities, signs of a mature adult. But for the individuals that are asleep to them, you wish them well and you let them go. You sort of release them in service to yourself, because holding on to resentment of them, it's like taking, what do you call that thing? I don't want to use that term. Taking fire, if that works, to your own lip and expecting someone else to be burned. So you choose joy, you choose relaxation to condition yourself, because we're no good to the world if we ourselves are tense. You don't want to contribute that tenseness to the world, to an ongoing tense situation. You want to bring peace, bring joy, bring understanding, bring collaboration, bring conversation into circumstances. And the only way to do that is to find it within yourself, not just in your heart, not just in your mind, but also in your body. Because we don't get out of life what we want. Sometimes we really get out of life what we are. Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Charles Fillmore called it the law of mind action. Mind, idea, expression. We get it in our mind. Your mind isn't just up here. Your mind is your nervous system, where emotions run along pathways faster than the speed of thought. You feel a thing before you have a chance to even think it. I feel angry. Why? I don't know. Well, did I say something? Yeah, I think. What did I say? I don't remember. But that nervous system relaxes. There go my brother. Happy New Year, brother. Where the nervous system relaxes. And after that nervous system relaxes, you get it in your body. You assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you let the thing go. And then you can be of service to the world. Greatest form of spiritual practice is service, is through your givingness. You know why? Because that's the only way the world becomes better. Somebody who has found out the secret, somebody who's found out the truth, have to give back. Sow seed, one plants, another waters, God gives the increase. So when you sow those seeds, don't expect change to happen overnight. Don't expect them to agree to what you're saying in that moment. Sow the seed and let it go. Because maybe the change that needs to happen might not come from you. Maybe it won't come through you. Maybe they can't hear it in your voice because there's too much history there. Somebody else got to say it. Don't get mad when someone else says it and they change. Just be happy for the change. That is who we are. That is what we came to do. To quote Michael Beckwith, we didn't come here to take from the world. We came here to give. You know why? Because you are already complete. The crux of everything you need in life is already inside. So getting to know that one, that thing inside, no matter how weird, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant you might think it is, those things are gifts and lenses and eyes. See, we think we have two eyes. You have eyes all around. Your entire body is an eye. And it sends out signals and sends out information and draws to you persons, places, and things that are vital for your experience and vital for your growth, which is why you have to silently say to yourself sometimes, something good will come from this. Do you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah. you will, rub your hands together. Let's send this healing energy to those that are watching online. Say this with me: divine love in us blesses and multiplies all that you hear and all that you receive. Know in this moment you are safe and loved. And so it is. Our ministry is supported by partners like you. Remember to log on to unitybham.org and click on giving at the conclusion of this message. Moderators, as we say every week, are always on standby before and after the service. So wherever you see this message, either Facebook, YouTube, or our website, if there is a comment section, post your comment there. Share this message with a friend. Dialogue with us, because you are a vital part of our community and we care for you. And so it is for those that are in-house that are in need of prayer support. We have prayer chaplains spread all around the room because we can all pray for each other. Put your hands together for all of our prayer chaplains. And we send special blessings to Sister Karima and Miss Jamie while she is out of the country. And then we say hello to Miss Joanne, Miss Lord have mercy. You forgot my name. Rev, Miss Joan. There we go. And Miss Evelyn and Miss Sharon. And so it is. And so it is. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a blessing to be back in a spiritual community. Not just for show or pomp and circumstance, but to quote the meditator, it's good to be around family. You know, every week that we come together, believe it or not, it's like a family reunion because for some of us, we see each other more than we see our actual family members. And over the last 4 years, you all have grown to become my family. So I'm grateful for every time I get a chance to make the trip up here and spend time with you all, because it changes our relationship to the world the more that we are around good people. So my first ask before I even go deep into the message is that in 2026, make a declaration to put yourself around some good people. Believe it or not, if you are an introvert, you might find yourself forming and developing community differently. You might need a community of one, or you might be the kind of individual that slowly develops connections over time, and so it's difficult to form new connections. But however you do it, whatever your capacity is in 2026, make that declaration to put yourself around some good people, because doing so changes your outlook. And so you don't have to work hard for wins in 2026. The disappointments of 2025 become more easy to sort of work through, and over time eventually forget, to where you remember the experience but you don't remember the full story per se. It's like we say in education, it takes 6 or 7 100s to pull up a 0. For some of us in 2026, before we even dive deep into the year, we need some wins. We need some good people. We need some good things to happen. Say this with me. Tell me something good. I know y'all know the song. You're welcome for your ears. Please play that song when you leave this church. Because we need that. Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Well, if God is love, then anything that's talking about love is speaking my language. You need something nice, something good to whisper in your ear, to remind you of your value, to remind you that the thing that you want wants you. My second ask is that in 2026, make a declaration that if the thing that shows up in your world don't want you, don't want it back. Persons, places, things, business, contracts, ideas, all of the nouns, all of the verbs, and all of the adjectives that you can think of. Because when you find equanimity and an equal match, you don't have to work so hard. Convincing isn't necessary. That's why today's message title is There's Got to Be Something Good That Comes from This. And I believe that to be true, and that's my personal affirmation. This month's theme is fun in 2026, simply because we talk in spiritual community about a lot of deep things, about a lot of transformative things. But we don't talk about the things that really matter, because if there's no fun in it, if there's no enjoyment in it, if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like what's showing up in your world, how can you practice your spiritual practice, engage in community? Where's your zest? Where's your gas for life? So you have to enjoy it, and the only way to cultivate that enjoyment is to have that inner sense of joy. Just like Michael Beckwith says, emergencies are opportunities for us to emerge and see. Enjoyment is a declaration that I'm going to cultivate inner joy so that I can experience it on the outer. Because you know what happens when I do that? My outlook changes. My lenses change. I don't go into my old self of fight, flight, freeze. I don't shut down in difficult conversations. I don't shut down when I experience adversity, and I don't shut down when I receive a no. I just recognize that no simply means not for me. In 2026, I admonish you, don't introject the no's. Don't breathe those in. See them and breathe life into them. Know that the quicker you move through a no is the faster you can get to a yes. Spiritual practice conditions our nervous system, but it also helps us to process life, coming together in community, being in safe spaces. I hate to ask this question, but I want to ask it gently. Do you remember the last time you were in an unsafe space? Those experiences change us. They traumatize us, and they hardwire us in such a way that even when we are in safe spaces, our guard is still up. But aren't you glad that you're at a point in life now where you're wise enough how to put yourself not in harm's way, to put yourself in safe spaces, in safe conversations, and you can have an indicator light going on, but you know that you don't need to flash that light because you understand that the environment is safe. It's where you be, it's where you are, it's where you belong. That's what I'm calling us into in 2026. Into a place and space of belonging, not just belonging within ourselves, but belonging in our homes. There is nothing more uncomfortable than not having the feeling of belonging in your own home. And for those that are in successful situations, there is nothing more uncomfortable than not being able to relax because you have dedicated your home into a work environment, and now everywhere you go feels like work. You sit on the couch, you get irritated. You go in the kitchen, you get irritated. You go in the living room, you get irritated. So you start working in the bedroom, and now you're irritated and can't sleep because every space has become a work space. In 2026, I admonish you to change your environment so that you can change your nervous system, change your outlook, your experience of life. You want to know why? Jesus put it very simply. I have come so that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Abundance isn't just the multitude of things, every book you want, clothes, bags, shoes, persons, people. It's this inner sense of safety and security and wellness, right? It's like our pharmaceutical industry. There's so much focus on illness, and the conversations about wellness are sort of under the table. They're spoken behind closed doors. And if there was an overemphasis on wellness, perhaps there wouldn't be as much illness. My ask is that in 2026, again, we change our outlook. We wake up as to what's really going on, not just within us, in our environment, in our home, in our cities, and in our communities. And then we make the declaration to do something different, to look into the eyes of the storms and adversities and changes and challenges that arise in the world, and we be the difference maker. But it starts with us. And our tools, say this with me, our spiritual tools. Prayer and meditation are the spiritual tools we use. Funny story, my mom was down here. She had a conversation with her pastor back in South Carolina. And her pastor said, Miss Glenda, I don't understand why you go see that therapist, because prayer is the tool that we have. And she said, thank you for asking. Prayer is when I'm talking to God. My therapist is when I want someone to talk back to me. Because sometimes you need that human connection. Oh, my mom has tons of stories. Wait till y'all hear. Sometimes you need that human connection, because my mother understood and instilled it in me that you should not give up on people. And for those of you that have given up on people, I ask is that you give people another chance. You give humans another chance. And the only way to do that is to surround yourself with good, so that come what may, you can say to yourself, there's something good that will come from this. I want to point your attention to sacred texts in preparation for this story. The book of John, first chapter, about the 45th, 46th verse sort of dropped in my heart this weekend. And in preparation for that text, we've kind of gone over through the last couple of years all of the historicity of the text. You all know that all of the books of the New Testament were written sometime between the 30s and the 80s of the Common Era, maybe even the 90s, starting with the earliest texts of Mark and so on and so on. But the book of John, which is sort of the latest of the texts, depicts a story where Jesus is sort of calling his disciples, quote unquote. And believe it or not, we talk about, not just in unity traditions, but in spiritual traditions as a whole, that Jesus called the 12. And that's actually not true. What actually happened was Jesus called one of them, and one of them went and got a couple others. Jesus called Philip. Philip went and got Andrew and Peter, and then he went and also got his friend Nathaniel. And Philip is an interesting word. The word Philip is Philippos in Greek, and it means philo, a lover. Hippos is in horses, not hippos. And Charles Fillmore equates Philip to the mind. Say this with me. This is the year of the horse. The year of the horse isn't just an indicator to run free. Last year was the year of the snake, if you need to catch up. But the year of the horse isn't just an indication to run free, but it's also an indication of a well-developed mind and a well-developed consciousness. So again, I ask is that in order to change your outlook, make a declaration on this year that you're going to invest in yourself, develop yourself, put yourself in good environments so that your nervous system is safe and free and relaxed. And you're also going to develop your mind, which will help you to strategize about the next step you need to make in life. Because let me tell you, if we make the same mistakes over and over again, there's something that we're missing. And more than likely what we're missing is a change in consciousness. What the mystic Paul admonishes us to do, to be renewed by the spirit of our mind. You want to make better decisions? Change your thinking. Not just your thinking about the world, but your thinking about yourself and your potential. So Philip, 1 John 46, goes and calls his friend Nathaniel. And he has this interesting conversation. Hey, Nathaniel, there's someone I want you to meet that the book of the law and Moses and they were all talking about. He's like, oh yeah, who is it? Verse 46. He says, Jesus of Nazareth, son of Joseph. And then he says, what? Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Which is why today's message is there is something good that will come of this. You know, public perception is a very daunting thing, and public perception sometimes gets in the way of our good. When we're on the road to success and on the road to living our lives, that question always arises, what will people think? In 2026, let go of public perception, which is why I asked you to not introject the opinions, the thoughts of who you think in your life matters, or who you think in your life has control and sway over the outcome that you're trying to create. Because the ultimate prophet, the ultimate truth teller, is the one that's within your very heart. You decide. Say this with me. I decide.
I decide.
In the words of Michael Beckwith, the answer always begins with you. Now, the reason, as I were to wrap up, that I mentioned Philip, and Philip called Andrew and Peter, and one guy his friend Nathaniel, because I also wanted you to notice how the focus and the emphasis on Philip, which represents the mind, has a domino effect. Now, we talk about in life how things come in twos and how things come in threes. You know, when someone passes, oh my God, we look for another one. They always pass in twos or threes. But when you change your outlook and change your lenses and you say to yourself something good will come of this, you go out and get a win. And all it takes is that one win. Your homework assignment this week, find that one win, no matter how small, how insignificant you might think it is. Because that one win has a domino effect, and it becomes the catalyst that allows you to walk into that good that you're trying to create in your life. Any salesman in the house, you get that one yes, you close that one deal, and that dry spell is gone. Who had a dry spell in 2025? That dry spell disappears when you close that deal. And so as I bring this message to a close, I want to remind you that 2026 has the potential to be beautiful and to be life-changing, but it starts with a willingness to open your mind and open your heart to the possibilities. Look for the good, look for that win, and I promise you, the rest of the year will unfold in good for you and your family. Thank you for listening. Our offering, for those of you that give online, remember to log over to unitybham.org and click on giving, or text your best gift at the number that appears on your screen. For those that give in-house, our ushers are making their way forward to collect the offering, while Jonathan LaDonna gives us a special selection. Point yourself, your hands in the direction of the person carrying the basket. Say this with me. We bless this offering. Affirming it will be used for the building of this ministry. We bless the givers. We declare their gifts will return back to them with good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so, put your hands together one more time.
Can we get all stand for method of peace under?
I guess we're it.
There be peace on earth.
God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.
Thank you.
Amen.
So well.
Have a great one.
Oh, thank you. 2026. Let's go.
From the top down. Yeah. Well, I know. I used to, and so like when I get to be that of you, from the top down, that's, so no, we're gonna be divided, we're gonna kill people. It just, it's determined to. Yeah, it just breaks your heart. Yeah. It breaks,
Well, the one thing that especially